It's Week 18 of the National Football League.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
They connect on the deep shot. And they make the stop. I'm going to say it about the 37-yard line. Give them 32 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up third down. Throwing from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 18-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Misfire there. Couldn't connect. Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball. He'll throw again on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking for a throw here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Xavier Gipson now to return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And it'll be their 2nd-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now looking to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Throwing now off play action. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish off their opening drive. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. And a lot of things Jerry Rice did we might never see equaled again, but that's what he's just done here. It's his 22nd touchdown catch of the season. That matches the career best of Rice and puts him one behind the NFL record. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Zach Bond with the tackle.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Rams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. This is Allen on the give. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Byron Murphy there to make the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. It's Allen again. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Brought in by Vele. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Able to get it to Reed. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He completes it in traffic. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Allen trying this straight ahead. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete to Vele. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This one's caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Trying it right side with Allen. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Rams now lead by 10. Braylon Allen, the touchdown! Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returning in from the 16. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
I remember these feelings running on the field after a great return like that, Kate. It almost feels like stepping into a batter's box with runners on base. So much of the work has been done ahead of you. Now you got to go deliver.
The Cowboys about set to take over. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. He's got a touchdown in this game, as we see now where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. This is reeled in by Reed. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the gun. Reed's got it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now. They'll throw it again. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. That's incomplete left side. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So it'll be 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They are throwing it again. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Rams will add to their lead at the end of the half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams lead by 15 now. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. A final throw before the break. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Isaiah Pacheco with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. C.D. Lamb. 2 touchdown catches in the victory.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Gibson now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And expect a busy final week for him because, well, he's been busy all season long, leading the NFL in receptions this year. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 31. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
and those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Complete out to the right side. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Second down now, 7 to go. Dropping back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. Pass play now. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They've got a man in motion. Throwing from the gun here. That finds Ayuk complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They have themselves another first and 10. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Now the Rams trying for the field goal. It's about 43 yards for it. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's off to the races. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it an 11-point ball game. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Gibson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And a man is there to knock that away. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So it'll be second down. Back to throw now. Complete to Braylon Allen. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Rams are set to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Zach Bond with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
He tosses right to the short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He's dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him at the 38. Finds his man, Waddle. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll They'll try it with him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running on second with Montgomery. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Finds a man right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Oh, they're going for it on it. Oh, he lost the football. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. Play action on 1st down. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. That finds Vele complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's a bootleg for him. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Throwing it again here. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Rams go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. Hitting Olave on the slant. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. He's going to throw this one. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Out come the Rams on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Dallas.